Hello, friends. I'm excited to be back here live with you guys, and I hope that you are excited too. I wanted to actually continue talking about side hustle today. All of you, most of you, have always wanted to start with some side hustle, or you have already done a lot of side hustles, or you have thought of side hustles, but you have never done a side hustle. Well, a lot of things. If I talk about my life, I have done side hustles all through my life. Video making right now is another side hustle for me. So I have done side hustle all my life, and maybe I can help you out with any questions that you have about side hustles. Let us hear from you. What questions do you have about side hustle? What do you know, or what do you think a side hustle is? Should you be doing a side hustle? Should you be a part of side hustle? Also, there's one big myth about side hustle. Is side hustle only for somebody who is into a job? We will be answering all of these things today, right here, right now. So just be with me and get all your questions answered about side hustle. Okay, so let's first myth. Let's just first bust the myth about side hustle. That is the biggest myth, which is known as that side hustle is for people who are into a 9 to 5 job. So side hustle is actually not only for people who are into a job, but it's actually for everybody. Each one of you out there, no matter where you are, what stage of your life you are in, it is for each one of you. You, you, everybody. Whether you are into a job, you are in a business, you have been doing business for the last 15 years, you have been really successful, you have not been successful, you are still in college, you are still in school, you are still starting up, no matter what stage of your life you are in, side hustle is for everybody. Yes, it is for everybody, not for only those people who are into a 9 to 5 job. We talked about this in the last video as well, and I'm talking about this today as well because this is important. So if you had been thinking that because you are into a business and because you are already successful, you don't need to do a side hustle, let me tell you this is wrong. If even if you are in a business, you have to always keep doing some side hustle. What that does is it adds an additional source of revenue. That side hustle that you do, even when you are into a business or maybe you are in a successful business, what that side hustle does is adds an additional source of revenue, which is important, which is what makes a successful person successful, which is what somebody makes which is what makes somebody a millionaire or a billionaire, that is having multiple sources of income. And how does this multiple sources of income comes in? That is by starting with doing some side hustles that get started with some small earnings, small revenues, but eventually they turn up into huge revenue. And at times, that revenue from side hustle exceeds the revenue that is coming from the other regular business. Yes, that is how big your side hustle can be. That is how good your side hustle can be. Well, when we talk about side hustle, there's one word of caution for all of you. You should not be doing a side hustle at the cost of your primary job or your primary business. You should not be doing side hustle at the cost of your primary business or your primary job. Your primary job or your primary business should not be suffering because you have been side hustling, because you have been doing something in extra time. Your primary job or business should not be suffering. This is really important. The only exception to it is that you are not very happy or satisfied with the primary job or primary business and you want to switch over completely, then it is okay. But only then it is okay. Else, do not take the risk or do not do anything. Give me a second, I have an important call to take. Hello. Huh. Okay, okay. ठीक है. So sorry guys, so I'm back. Okay, so we were talking about side hustle and what you should not be doing when you are side hustling. Your side hustle should be something that helps or assists you in growing your primary source of income, that helps or assists or adds on, sits over your primary source of income. Your side hustle should never challenge your primary source of income. It should never challenge your primary source of income, except as I said you, the exception that you are, if you're not happy or satisfied with your primary source of income, then maybe you can change your side hustle. Then maybe you can think of completely replacing your primary job or business to something that you want to do. Then it's okay, but normally you should not be doing any side hustle at the cost of your primary business. Now that is I understood and finalized, do you have any questions until now about side hustle, about why should you be doing it, who should be doing it? We have already spoken about that, right? Still, if you have questions, I am taking the questions right now. Comment, put it in the comments, put it in the comments, any questions that you have, or maybe answer. Come on, tell me what according to you is a side hustle, or tell me what side hustle have you been thinking of for long but not yet started. Tell me which side hustle have you been thinking of but haven't started yet. I would love to hear from you guys. What's that side hustle? I'm waiting. A side hustle that you have been thinking of but never started. Yes, anything that comes to your mind. I'm waiting for that. Let's hear from you. Cool. Okay, so now let's continue with the session. What could these side hustles be, and how have I been doing side hustles all through my life? Well, let me tell you with an example. Now, when I left my job and I started with my profession, being a chartered accountant, when I started with my profession, what I was doing was, as a side hustle, my profession was going pretty good. I was doing fine. I was getting new clients. I was doing a lot of things which were directly associated with my profession. But still, after that, after 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the evening, I saw that I was still having a lot of time for myself to do something and to make some additional money, to make some extra money, because it was a huge financial stress at that point of time when I left the job and jumped on to doing something of my own. It was a huge financial crisis. So the side hustle helped me. What I started doing was I started taking up jobs as a freelancer from clients in US, UK, Canada. So this is where I started my side hustles. Those small jobs used to be of the value of, like, $5, $10, and the kind of jobs that used to be there was some basic Excel work. Those could be something like a PDF to Word conversion, or something like maintaining or managing an e-commerce website. All those very basic stuffs that anybody with a general knowledge could do, and we used to get paid with $5 or $10 for an entire night's work. That is how I started with my side hustle. But my reason of side hustle were two. One was I wanted to start making some extra money, and the second reason why I was doing a side hustle was that I also wanted to replace it as my primary source of revenue. I did not want to continue being into the profession because I was just not liking it. So I wanted to switch it over completely, and it helped me a lot. This side hustle as a freelancer helped me in a long run eventually build up an IT company of myself, where presently about 35 to 40 people are working. We do a lot of, you can say, freelancing work, but that is no longer freelancing. That is based on a huge company setup that we have, and we do a lot of things. So that is how, or that is the potential of side hustle. That is how exciting, that is how interesting side hustle is. So if you have a lot of ideas that comes to your mind, but you have always given up on those ideas because you thought that either you do not have the time to pursue those ideas, or maybe because you thought a lot of money was needed, or whatever, for whatever reasons you have put that idea on hold, well, then this is the time to start with a side hustle of yours. You should not be putting your ideas, you should not be putting whatever you have in your mind on hold. This is the easiest time to get started, Today is the easiest time. It had never been so easy to start something of your own before. Starting with a startup, doing something of your own had never been so easy. With the help of technology, you can do anything of your own with zero investment actually. When I started of my own, I had zero money, I had zero investment, I had zero capital. And from that zero, from doing a $5, $10 job to doing a 5,000, $10,000 job, it required zero investment. So from there to here with zero investment, unbelievable but true. And you too can do it. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? I didn't hear. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Are you ready for the fun? Are you ready for the excitement? About excitement of side hustle, excitement of the challenge. You know, the adrenaline rush that we get when we I did not used to go out on a Sunday or a Saturday because I thought that okay, what is the point in going out and spending a few thousand rupees when I can sit at home and make a few thousand bucks. That is how you will start feeling when you start with your side hustle. So get started today. Do not think a lot. Do not bother a lot about it. You need to only start doing one thing, that is start taking action. Stop thinking about it, stop bothering about it, start taking action, and you will see that you have started something good, you have started something great, and this will be the start of a long way that you will have to go with your side hustle. There will be a lot of challenges. It is not going to be easy, it won't be easy, but it will be fun. It won't be comfortable, but it will be comfortable because it will give you so many things that you have always wanted for yourself, but you were not able to get. You are going to get all of those things. Are you ready? Come on, tell me. Give me a yes in the comments, and I want to hear from you. I want to hear loud out from you that you are ready for the side hustle. Come on. Yes. Okay. See you in the next video tomorrow, the same time. Have a good day. Bye bye.